Carol Vorderman visited her stepfather's family in the latest installment of her new program Closer to Home. The TV and radio star, who turned 60 last month, said she is only now grieving for the man she called Dad and the time they could have had together. The former Countdown legend has revisited places in Wales from her childhood for the program. Episode 2 saw her spend time with her late stepfather's family and reminisce about her younger years. When Carol was 9, her late mother Edwina met Gabriel Rizzi and the family moved into his home. Carol said that it was only now that she was realizing the great effect he had on her life. "We will use your email address only for sending you newsletters. Please see our privacy notice for details of your data protection rights." The BBC Radio Wales presenter said, "Gabriel's influence was like moving from a black and white world into one of Technicolor. I don't think until I got older I realized what an effect he had on my life. He affected my life forever." Carol stepped back into the house she used to live and spoke to Gabriel's son Arthur, her step-brother, and his son Tino, Tino's son Joel and Arthur's wife Elaine. The mum of two said their dad was loud and funny and she worshipped him. Carol told viewers, "Growing up my biological dad refused to have anything to do with me. But one day, when I was 9, my mum met a handsome former Italian prisoner of war, who became my stepfather, and my dad. His name was Gabriel Rizzi. Sadly he is no longer with us." However, it wasn't till Carol left the property that it dawned on her that she was finally grieving for him. "Reminiscing about my dad always gets me emotional," a tearful Carol said to the camera, as she drove in her car. "The hardest thing is the knowledge now, I'm going to start crying again, that my stepfather loved me, probably as much as I loved him. And I only have to think about it and it makes me cry. And I think I'm grieving for him. For the first time. Grieving for the lost years that I could have had with him in my life. But I will be forever grateful for the time I did have with him," she added. During her time with the family, the numbers was recalled cooking with her stepdad and sneaking out to parties late at night. The visibly emotional star also spoke about the time she had to leave when her mum and Gabriel split up after 10 years together. "You know I loved him. To me, he was my dad," she said to her stepbrother. "He thought a lot of you too. He always used to say, my casa," Arthur recalled. "I missed him. When Mum left that final time, she said I wasn't allowed to come back, and so I didn't, 'cause that's what she said. And that hurt, 'cause I missed him."